Lincoln County, it's Casey Miller, Lincoln County Commissioner. Thanks for taking a moment to watch this video. The topic is the commission vacancy. I want to try to untangle how that is intersected with the May primary election, a few concerns I have, and some contemplation of what are the best next steps. But before I get into that, have you received your voter's ballot? Be on the lookout for it. You should have received your pamphlet already. Please make sure to vote this year. Study the candidates, study the issues, and get engaged. This election is so important. Well, every election is important, but you need to pull up a seat at the table and make sure your voice is heard this election. Now, in regard to the commission seats, you've probably noticed that there are 3 seats open in this election. Now, Commissioner Hall passed in January, and that left us with a vacancy. So we initiated an appointment process whereby which we accepted applications and chose candidates for interview and ultimately have yet to select one of those individuals to serve until the end of 2026, at which point in position 2, the winner of the election will fulfill the last 2 years of Commissioner Hall's term. Now, again, we accepted applications and eventually picked 4 individuals. Just days before interviews, 2 of them dropped out. That left us with Marcella Baker and Cristen. And we did interview those candidates. Along the way, people began filing for election. And Commissioner Chuck himself has been campaigning with Dawn and Rigby, and of course himself as May and Dunn ticket. And when we interviewed the candidates, one of the things I brought up was my concern that Chuck would have or be bias free in his evaluation of the candidates. When I look at his website, for example, he says re-elect Commissioner Chuck, and Chuck was appointed. I just think that that is not a genuine statement, and this is the kind of convolution I think that the community experiences when they're trying to figure out the difference between the appointment and the election. And so, how do we approach this? I think we are so close to the May primary being just weeks away. I think our options are as follows. Um, we can select one of the candidates to serve until the end of the year. We can also consider letting you decide. If one of the candidates gets 51% or more of the vote in position 2, we could simply select that person. And I lean hardly into that, right? Because why not? That would truly be a reflection of your desires of who you want to serve as a county commissioner. Likewise, if in position 3 or position 1, any candidate outside of Chuck or myself, who are currently on the commission, had 51% or more of the votes, that might be a very natural choice to serve in the commissioner's position until the end of the year. Alternatively, if nobody rises to the top in the May primary, Chuck and I could choose a candidate who is not filed for office at all, just to serve in an interim position until the end of the year. Those to me are some of the dynamics of what's going on. A lot of the community can't make sense out of the appointment versus the election. And we know what is ultimately best for this community is they make the choice in the county commissioner position. That is your update on the county commission seat situation. And I just want to remind you, make sure to fill out that ballot this year. Get engaged, be a part of the elections process, vote, vote, vote. Appreciate your time and energy in Lincoln County. Have a great afternoon. Thank you very much.